Joining me now, I've got DeDe Dickinson with Engel and Volkers. DeDe, thanks for coming in today.
Thanks, Mark. Good to see you.
Nice to see you. How was your weekend? Good?
Fabulous.
How about your fall so far? It's been nice, hasn't it?
It's my favorite time of year.
I think September's my favorite month.
Yeah,
I love the
sure.
temperatures and I love the beauty out there, and there's a lot of people still around town.
Yeah, there are. It's great.
Let's talk a little bit about summer inventory, because we're starting to make our way through the end of summer into fall. How was the summer for inventory-wise for people buying and selling?
Great question. So for a seller, it's a fabulous time to list your home because there's not a whole lot of competition. And so if you price it correctly, which is what really is happening in the market and has been a really strong trend this summer, if you priced your home correctly, it will go under contract quickly and it will get sold quickly.
Like basically you're saying if the sellers are not getting too overzealous with their numbers.
Correct.
And if they were overzealous during the summertime, then you guys can help them say, you know what, we should probably, did you ever think about maybe lowering it to something like this? Do you want to get rid of it? How badly do you want to get rid of your home?
Right, let's do a price correction. And with that in mind, it's a fabulous time for a buyer. If you've been looking for a while and you haven't found the right home this summer, you
Don't
now,
give up.
right, because now you have properties that are being priced more correctly. We see on a daily basis a number of price reductions, and sellers are getting a little more serious before we go into winter because they want to get it moved. And so it's a win-win, really, for everybody.
It truly is. And the fall lasts for a while. Before the snow's here and winter's upon us, there's plenty of time to speak with you if buyers have not done that yet or sellers haven't done that yet. Tell us about agency versus transaction brokerage, because this is an interesting piece of the puzzle.
Well, it is, and a lot of people don't understand that because you might be from a different place in the country, or you didn't really realize that this is a law, a disclosure law in Colorado. And what that means is that when a broker engages a client, either a buyer or a seller, you need to disclose to them the relationships that are available. And in Colorado, that's either agency, whether it be seller agency or buyer agency, or it's transaction broker.
And the person reaching out to you, whether it's the seller or the buyer, once that's explained to them, they kind of have a choice on which way they want to go?
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So do you want to be represented where your best interests are represented, or do you want to just have the deal represented? So there's a distinct difference, obviously. And if I was on, I mean, obviously I'm in the business and this is what I do, but at the same time, wouldn't you want to be represented
Of course.
in a transaction?
Who wouldn't want to be truly? But
Right.
I guess there are people out there that are fine doing it through the agency at that level.
Well,
right?
as a transaction
level.
As a transaction broker, people who are really, really transaction savvy, do a lot of transactions, or have their own legal representation, they might be an example of someone who does well and would do well under transaction broker. But the majority of the people would do better under agency.
And even if people are not at that point where they're looking to, let's say, sell their home, but they want to understand it more, just to give you a call, we'll kind of start the process in their mind, so when the time comes, they have that already set up in advance, right?
It doesn't cost anything to have a consultation, and at least then you have a better understanding about what's going on and what your move might be and who you might interview for your agent.
And I think you're the perfect agent.
Thanks,
It's
Mark.
always nice to talk to you, and I love your team at Engel and Volkers. You guys do such a great job.
We're a great team.
And your location, just so y'all know, Engel and Volkers is located right down the west exit or entrance to the village parking garage. If you're going to walk to Solaris and you go down those steps, you walk right into Engel and Volkers. You can't miss it. The big black and white sign with a big red and sign in the middle. I love it right there. DeDe, your phone number 390-3393 or DeDe.Dickinson.evusa.com. We have more Good Morning Vail coming up. Megan's going to give you the summer trail report of the day next.